The stage manager is considered an iconic role in American dramatic theater. What have you found to be most challenging about playing this role in our town?
Apart from the sheer volume of memorization that has to be done, I think it's just making the most out of every single one of my zillions of words, and just apart from just never letting any of the little things go, also it's about trying to create a character when, you know, all you have is words and no actions and no emotions, really. And then I have long stretches on stage when I'm just sitting there or standing there, watching but not watching, you know, like present but not engaged, and just trying to keep myself in character the whole time without, you know, too closely watching what the other people on stage are doing or going off into my own world. You know, just maintaining that presence at all times, whether I'm speaking or just being, has been something that I'm really working for, and I hope that I can get as right as it should be by the 19th. I think that's all, right?
In our town, you play George Gibbs, a young man at the turn of the century. What are the challenges of being a young man these days and playing a young man in those days?
I think transferring arrogance, because I play an arrogant baseball player, but today's arrogant is definitely a lot different from then. Like, respectful today would be arrogant then, it seems. Not saying ma'am, not saying sir. That's disrespectful, whereas today, you know, we have a different definition of what disrespectful is. And so, just not chopping wood for your mother, in the case of our town, gets me a scolding, whereas today, things are obviously different, just differences of how things have come along in terms of arrogant and disrespect.
What's the question?
Okay, so you two play the mothers in our town, and as that you have the bulk of the pantomiming. What do you use to make the pantomime believable, and what are the challenges of doing this pantomime?
I guess the challenges are probably you're just completely making up a space and like your appliances and what you're using, because it's not like we have a picture of what our kitchen looks like, so it's all in our mind.
Yeah, we have to, you know, completely imagine the kitchen and cracking an egg or every single little detail that you would do while you're cooking breakfast.
Which is why this morning we went and made breakfast together.
We did a study, it was fun.
Yeah, and that's how we got our
So you practice?
Yeah, well, we practiced like real
yeah.
breakfast, and then we were thinking about like, okay, this is what our hands do when we crack an egg, or like, this is what we do when we're like mixing them up.
And also to remember like the counter heights and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so in our town you have like the quintessential part. You deliver a lot of the most important lines towards achieving Thornton Wilder's message. What has been the most challenging part of playing this role for you?
I think the biggest challenge is really getting into the lines and getting inside both Thornton Wilder's and the character Emily's heads. It's hard to compare what the context that was written in with today's context, and just the delivery and the understanding the lines is definitely the biggest challenge.